It's Cinco de Mayo, so we're celebrating with a traditional recipe for pulled pork tacos.
Delicious is what it's going to be, I'm telling you. Joining us now is head chef Mike Harrison from the Buckley Healthcare Center in Greenfield. Chef Mike, right when I saw you, the first thing you said is you're going to love the food today, Ash. But I always do. I always love your food. So what are we doing to start out?
Okay, well, what we did is we took, this is a pork butt.
And they're very intimidating, I think, for a lot of people when they see the pork butt.
It's huge.
You know, it's amazing. A crock pot will make your life a lot less intimidating.
Yes.
True. Because it's kind of like that old saying, set it and forget it. It really works well with pork butt. Some of the little less expensive cuts of meat, you can cook them for a really long time and have them be very, very tender. So last night I started with this. This is a mixture of chipotle, mustard, cumin, paprika, a little bit of salt, and you should add some before you start putting it in the crock pot. This kind of gives it a base. It's basically called a rub. Then I'm going to take a little bit of brown sugar.
Ooh.
Push that in.
Nice sweetness.
Yep. So you got a little spice, you got a little sweet.
This looks great.
And when you're coming up with the menu at Buckley, you're always thinking about food that is brain healthy and good for people. It's all about the nutritional value. You
know, like I said, I'm fortunate. The reason I got back into healthcare, because I left it a while ago, was due to the company that I went to work for, because I researched it, I read up about it. It's family owned and operated. They do things the right way. It's patient-centered care. And I mean, they're not just words. There's stuff that we live by. It's patient-centered care. They run. We get 3 different evaluations from them during their stay there. When they get there, after they've been there, and when they get home, and we take that information and we either tweak what we're doing or we keep doing it that way.
You know who agrees with your assessment? It's the folks at Forbes. Isn't that right?
In 2014, we were voted one of the top 100 most trustworthy companies.
That's something. Forbes, yeah, just a little magazine called Forbes. So we finished the pork rub. What do we do next?
Okay. I'm going to take some onions, just kind of as a base. Now, with this, the jury's out. The jury's kind of out. Do you cook it with the fat cap down? Do you take it off? Do you cook it on top? What I do is I start it with the fat cap up, let it cook for 6-8 hours, and then flip it.
Okay.
How much longer do you cook it for after you flip it?
About 6 hours.
Oh, so
this is 12 to 18 hours.
Oh.
On low, but you can cook it on high, and cut that time to 8 to 10 hours.
Do you lose some of the flavor, do you think, in your opinion?
No, but it's going to be a lot more tender this way.
But that's only for this size, right? I mean, if you had a smaller piece of pork, you wouldn't cook it for that long. That's for this size.
Yeah.
How many pounds would you say this is?
It's about 5 or 6 pounds.
Okay. And this is going to give you a lot of pork.
The recipe says 4 pounds.
Yeah.
But I like to take care of you staff here.
Well, no. So here's the thing. The Mass Appeal promos, they run 24 hours a day. Our staff, the morning staff, was watching it this morning, and no one brought their lunches in. Because everyone said, are you kidding? We're getting pulled pork tacos? So Guinness goes in.
12 ounces of Guinness.
Yes, please.
And
Dr. Pepper?
Yep, about 24 ounces of Dr. Pepper.
No. That's hilarious.
And what does that do for it? Gives it a...
Well, Dr. Pepper, it kind of has that great kind of like root beery, sweet flavor. I'm from Philadelphia. Don't hold it against me. I'm from Philadelphia, and we used to cook this with Pennsylvania Dutch birch beer.
Oh, that's
And anybody from Philly knows there's nothing better than birch beer. And but this is a close second. Too
bad Jennifer Paillet's not here. She's from Pennsylvania. We could have asked
Yeah. So we set this, and later in the show we're going to do a little fast forwarding about 12
to 18
hours. And that's what it looks like. Now later in the show, how about we take a break and then we plate it all, we do the tropical salsa and all that good stuff.
And then we say,
that looks so
Taco
good.
Tuesday, let's eat it, right?
Absolutely.
There we go. All right, let's take a break. We'll let you get set up for the next part. But in the meantime,
we're back with Chef Mike Harrison from the Buckley Healthcare Center in Greenfield, finishing up the pulled pork tacos. We've done the pulled pork part. Now we're making the rest of the taco accoutrement.
Which is the?
Tropical fruit salsa.
Salsa. I was trying to salsa, but I was trying to hint. Did you get it?
I thought that I didn't know what was happening.
The problem is they had you from the waist up. Your legs were moving a mile a minute. It was awesome.
Yeah, they were going.
Okay, so salsa.
Why you don't give signs from the dugout? Okay. Okay, no. All kidding aside, let's go.
Serious stuff, folks.
This is probably one of the easiest recipes because there is basically no seasoning. It's just all fresh products.
Okay.
So we're taking
Colorful too.
That
huh?
mango?
about 2 cups of mango,
Okay.
All right, pineapple.
little chopped pineapple.
Fresh, not canned.
Absolutely.
Never canned, right? Unless
You
that's
have
all
to.
you got.
Unless you have to. There we go. This is some fresh jalapeno, and as we learned from the last segment, get the seeds out, cut it up, watch the oils, because if you get it on your hand, you go near your eye, it'll shut it.
Yeah, for a while.
Yes.
So.
And some purple onion.
Yep.
Purple? Yeah, I always wondered why they called it red, because it's very purple.
I guess, yeah, I would say it's more of a purple onion than a red onion.
I would say so too. And this is cilantro?
Fresh cilantro.
Okay.
And fresh lime juice.
That's it?
Oh, wow.
That is it.
Everything has the word fresh before it.
Absolutely.
The whole thing. Mix it all together and that's it? Do you let it marinate, let it sit for a while or no?
You can. You can. Anything's better, you know, the longer it sits.
Is it put that in the fridge for an hour or something and you'll be golden.
Yep.
Now, I want to ask you a question
colors of that.
about Buckley, because you told me recently you just got this deficiency-free rating.
Well, yep, deficiency-free survey. We were, that's when the state comes in and they do a 5-day, they sit in your facility and they check everything from your activities to your residence to your food to your nursing.
It's a fine-tooth comb.
It is. And, you know, after the 5 days of inspection to get a deficiency rating is huge.
Yeah.
And it's in detail to, we work as a team. We were lucky enough. We had a great administrator. We just got a new administrator who is as good, if not better, who does a wonderful job. She really builds the whole the whole center together. You know, the other center took care of the big things.
Yeah.
But it's when someone comes in and takes care of all those little things, the intricate parts that we might take for granted on a day-to-day basis, we don't anymore. And then with the deficiency-free rating, we also got our 5th star, which is basically, it's a Medicare grade that happens to a center, which is like an A+.
Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Good for you.
Something to be proud of, absolutely.
And the food's not too shabby either.
Chef Mike, you're responsible for the delicious food there. Now, the pulled pork is in the oven just to stay warm.
Yep.
Right, so once you take it out of the crock pot after 12 to 18 hours on low, as long as it's a big 5-pound pork butt.
Oh, here it is.
Then you pull it all apart. It should just fall apart.
All you do is you take a fork and you shred it. We're going to serve this. We're going to give it some more texture. Real easy way of getting avocado pit out with a knife.
There we go.
That's it.
Yep, and then just take a spoon and go around it. Watch
Oh,
it.
you don't slice it first. Oh.
Look how that comes out.
That's
it's beautiful. It's
nice
beautiful.
job.
All right.
Want to plate a couple up?
We will.
Yeah.
So first the pork,
Yep.
I would assume, right?
Yep, we're going to take
Okay.
that.
Oh, lettuce first?
We're going to lettuce because we want it to soak up some of the juices from it, so it doesn't
I always
make
top it with
That's
lettuce.
so it doesn't make the tortilla
Soggy.
fall
It's
apart
like
on
a
you.
little bed. Nice. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You look like you were having fun.
Yes,
That's it.
you know I'm ready. I'm ready to put some pulled pork on there. All right. But see, Seth and I, we're both guilty of overstuffing.
Yeah.
It's okay.
We get really
I get excited.
excited
You
about
get
the
excited.
food. Yeah.
Well, when the rest of the staff is eating off your plate because you took too much, that's
Never. I always eat what I take.
Okay.
So once again, just summarize Buckley, this kind of food and so much more, this caliber of food, Buckley Healthcare Center. It's up in Greenfield, and you do great work. I've been up there a couple times, and everyone looks so happy.
Like I said, it takes a village, and I know it's nice that you give me accolades about the food, but I can't do it without a great staff, and I was blessed with a wonderful team. We have a few MVPs who came on board, but they really care about what they do, and they make a difference in the residents' lives every day.
So nice
and that's
to
a mantra
hear.
that they live by.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, happy Cinco de Mayo, Chef Mike. Thanks for these
Happy Cinco de
tacos
Mayo.
with our jalapeno lemonade. And we've got some dessert coming up.
That's
but for
true.
more information on Buckley Healthcare Center in Greenfield, visit buckleyhealthcare.com.